Message from the Women and Girls Movement for Peace and Security in Burundi on this 29 March 2020 on COVID-19. The Women and Girls Movement for Peace and Security in Burundi has been informed of the communication made by the Ministry of Public Health and the Fight Against AIDS of the Republic of Burundi, indicating that the tests carried out on suspected coronavirus cases revealed by Kira Hospital have been negative, which is good news. As far as it is true, we can only rejoice. But until when and what assurance can we have? While the whole world is destabilized and disturbed by the serious crisis caused by this virus, the government of Burundi wants to be reassuring and affirms loudly that so far there has been no confirmed case of coronavirus. They therefore refuse to alert the population, to call up to them for vigilance in their family and their community so as not to frighten them. At the same time, they decided to close the borders and put to quarantine all those who return from abroad. It's a good measure. But what kind of quarantine is it? On a discretionary basis, the services in charge allow some to return home and detain others. No one knows the criteria for selecting those who go home and those who are quarantined. Furthermore, those in quarantine and those who visit them all say that it is rather a form of detention where people interact freely with each other and even with the staff without any precaution. No preventive or protective measures are applied in these quarantine sites. This is irresponsible because this kind of decisions can contribute to the spread of the disease. In addition, it is said that the ENSP laboratory is the only one authorized to carry out coronavirus tests in Burundi. How will people who need this service access that place from remote locations such as Chendajuru, Makamba, Karusi, Chibitoke, and elsewhere? What mode of transportation will they use without endangering the population on their path? How long will it take to access this service when the need can even be very urgent? Do our leaders really know that coronavirus kills and that unfortunately it does not only hit the initial patient but spreads like a bushfire to people in contact with the patient or the carrier of the virus even without symptoms? Did the Burundian government mobilize the necessary means to protect health professionals who are at the forefront of our people protection, but who constitute also the group at highest risk to catch coronavirus if appropriate protection is not available? How can the Minister of Public Health and the Fight Against AIDS take upon himself such a huge responsibility as being the only one to decide who is referred to the ENSP laboratory when the alert should be generalized and at the highest level to set up many centers across the country so that patients can access them quickly and easily? Dear Burundian brothers and sisters, let us wake up. The moment is crucial. Let's not be fooled. The crisis may still have to reach undeniable stages, but it will not be long. If we continue to deny and minimize the danger, we are there. The losses are too heavy in the world not to challenge any responsible human being who lives on planet Earth. Let us take care of ourselves. Let us apply all hygienic measures shared all over the world. Avoid as much as possible gathering places, especially when our presence is not essential. Our survival depends on it. We need to be aware of normally manageable health problems, which today turn out to be the symptoms of this COVID-19, namely flu, colds, coughs, fever, and so on. We must maintain vigilance. Remember, once entered, the coronavirus does not leave without having decimated the people around. As the WHO Director General said a few days ago, Africa will only be saved by the capacity to anticipate and the energetic reaction of the rulers, the discipline of the populations, and the responsibility of each citizen. This message could not be more complete and relevant for Burundi and Burundians. We strongly appeal to the leaders of Burundi to realize the magnitude of their responsibility. The people need to be aware, responsible, and protected, a mission which falls first and foremost on the leaders of any country. We won't hide the smoke for long if the house burns down. Take responsibility. Take action before it gets too late. The upcoming elections should not be an obstacle to the protection of the population. Show the people how much you care for their survival and their security, and their vote for you will be guaranteed. Barundi kazi, this is your life. You only live once. Do not wait to be swept away by a hurricane which could pass over you without any damage if you do everything necessary at your home and in your neighborhood. The Women and Girls Movement for Peace and Security in Burundi calls upon you for more vigilance and realism. Women, girls, and youth, we fear for you are many and everywhere. But we are also convinced that if you decide to take the issue in your hands and commit to do whatever is possible wherever you are, Burundi will be saved. As for us, we remain committed to stand by your side. We will continue to call upon you to raise your awareness and to alert you for the future of our homeland.